And chasing on the far side is Dan Bertram. Bertram met there by Kyle McLeod. Tie up on the far side in the zone. This is Matt Price, who leaves it off for Popovich, who fires a wrist shot. Sliding save made from the defenseman Ryan Turek. Puck goes behind the net for Bertram, trying to center one. It's lifted and out of the zone for Fritsch to collect. Alon Gaich gets to this and avoids Fritsch, and will skate into the far side corner. Trying to center in front, tipped out, but not out of the zone. Derek Martin holds far side into the corner now behind the net from Alon Gaich. Gaich, near side corner, trying to get a cycle going. Behind the net for Derek Couture. Far side McLeod. McLeod out to the blue line. Wall with a shot turned aside by Jeff Popovich. Ellington with a wrist shot that's tipped wide of the net by Couture. And McLeod has it now. Kyle McLeod back to the blue line far side. Another wrist shot from Wall, and this one's tipped off of Uzis and behind the net. And Uzis is going to get the glove on top of this. Schaefer can't get to it. McMonagle sends it near side. Make that Fritsch who sends it to the near side. The Salmon Kings hold with Gaich. Near side corner, tied up with Schaefer. Puck is loose. Wranglers have it with Fritsch. Not quite out. Now Gallagher will poke it back to neutral ice for McLeod to regroup. For Victoria. Back into the zone it comes. Gaich will dump and will chase. Fritsch there first. He'll absorb a hit as Martin gets to the puck for Victoria. Puts it behind the net. Weird bounce off the glass, and Fritsch gets to this. Not out yet. Gaich back behind the net. Loses the handle on it. Matt Price scoots it up for Ryan Huddy, who gets around a pinching defenseman Ryan Turek. Huddy skates into the zone. Leaves it off, slows things down a bit as the Wranglers in the midst of a change. Leaves it off for Bellissimo right in front. Price, it hops over his stick. And the Wranglers hold the zone with Aaron Power. Power right out in front, deflected, and it's in! Vince Bellissimo, and the Wranglers up 2-0. And I'll tell you what, this line, even when they're not together, the three individuals that comprise that line, Vince Bellissimo calling along and Ned Lukacevich. Bellissimo now points in 4 straight games. Another goal for the veteran. Wranglers up 2-0.
He said they got to score more goals. There's one from Vince Bellissimo right after a beautiful pass that he had just barely tipped wide from Price there. Bellissimo finds the puck in front, throws it 5-hole, and wonderful play out of a guy we've seen some great play out of since he came down here and started playing with the Wranglers.
Aaron Power officially 3 assists away from 100 professional assists. Now 4 points away from 150. And the first professional point for Matt Price, an assist for Matt Price. And of course, Vince Bellissimo continues to play huge for this Wrangler team. Face-off all the way down to the Wrangler zone. Peter Vandermeer, near side for Ellington. Ellington avoids one man. Goalie is off. So the Wranglers have an empty net to the right. Bellissimo lifts this one up through neutral ice as the Salmon Kings bat it back into the zone offside. Fritsch has this. Near side for Kevin Schaefer. He'll get it up ice. Not able to get it into the zone, and here come the Salmon Kings. MacMurchy, shot score! He beat Uzis with a laser beam over the glove hand side, and now a 2-1 hockey game with 2 minutes left.
Wow, things just got a little interesting right there, and I never like to say it because I know what it's like, but we're not going to worry about a shutout anymore. Goaltender Michael Uzis giving up the first goal for his game, and like you mentioned it right there, MacMurchy, a laser beam over the glove. Can't really fault the goaltender for that one.
That's a sick shot.
Yeah, it was a great shot. I mean, what are you going to do when you've got basically an 85, 90 mile an hour wrist shot coming at you? That
we said that tonight. Salmon Kings win this. Loose puck. Mosienko trying to chip it free, and he gets it out to neutral ice for P.J. Atherton to come near side for Gaich. He's going to slap shot the puck into the far side corner. Stadell puts it behind the net. Schaefer pokes it farther to the near side, and the Salmon Kings hold with Derek Martin. Minute 25 left in regulation. 2-1 Las Vegas. Stadell, face-off circle. Atherton, shot turned aside by traffic. I think that was Mosienko trying to lift the stick of Atherton, and he gets the puck at neutral ice. Kills some time, but back on the Salmon Kings. Far side pass broken up, out of the zone. Popovich will shoot it towards the empty net. It's deflected off of Ryan Turek. And wide. Turek gets control of it. In his own zone from right to left. Up ice he goes to MacMurchy. 1 minute remaining in regulation. MacMurchy goes far side with it for Derek Couture. Now it's Turek in the circle. Shot saved but not held on to. McMonagle has this. Off the glass. Not quite out yet as it's held on to the near side boards. Up in there again, and then MacMurchy holds. Gets it to Turek. Blue line. Back to MacMurchy. Back to Turek at the blue line. Shot. Big save from Aaron Power off the boards and out. Lukacevich in a race. Lukacevich tripped up. Gets to it. He's going to backhand into the empty net. 3-1 Las Vegas, and Ned Lukacevich not happy with Rob Henniger, as the referee is going to have a penalty called against Victoria. There was Lukacevich who got up after being tripped and was able to put him in the empty net. So Lukacevich is able to continue on a 4-game point streak. Lukacevich and Bellissimo both with 4-game point streaks, and the Wranglers up 3-1.
Yeah, some great hustle there by Ned Lukacevich. And we see for the second night in a row, Mark Morrison pulling the goaltender for the Salmon Kings. Not proven to be beneficial at all. We saw David Strauss come off the ice last night. We see it again here tonight. And it looks like the Victoria Salmon Kings are going to lose back-to-back games by 2 goals. And like you mentioned, Lukacevich, a great hustle there.
That's all effort.
It's all effort.